Okay, so first day, day 1 will be arrival day, and so arrival in Taoyuan International Airport, and the driver will pick the clients up at the Taoyuan International Airport and maybe drive around an hour from airport to Taipei City. So I will put the driving distance here. Because for the first time visitor, they might think that, oh, the international airport might lies in Taipei City, so it only takes about like 15 or 20 minutes that I can just get from the airport to Taipei. By right here, the Taoyuan and at International Airport. Okay, as the clients will land in International Airport around 9 o'clock in the morning. So I might recommend a half-day tour, maybe from 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just for half-day tour for them. So to go to maybe Taipei 101 and night market to taste some local cuisine, and then drop them back at their hotel. But it depends, but because if the clients land in Taoyuan International Airport around night time, you will not arrange any itinerary on that day. So it depends on the arrival information that the different clients will have. Okay, so let's be the first day 1, the itinerary. Okay, Taoyuan to Taipei, and the second day will be Taipei to Hualien, and Taipei the northern part of Taiwan here, and Hualien is located in the east part of Taiwan. Okay, so I write down the pickup time will be 8 a.m. at the hotel lobby. And what are we going to do? The details of the itinerary I just put in here, because the clients mentioned about that they would like to visit some natural tourist spots on their way. So I would just recommend the northern coastline Taipei, the Jingguashi or the Jiufen area. And after the half-day tour in Taipei, we will just head it to Hualien and drive maybe around like 3 hours, and then arrive at the hotel in Hualien to stay for 1 night. Okay, so that's the itinerary for the second day. Okay, and they mentioned about the hiking tour, and I will put in Hualien tour, just the Taroko Gorge, which is very famous for the walking trails here. So explore the breathtaking, the world-renowned Taroko National Park, and maybe because the national park have different walking paths, so like more than 5 different walking paths the clients can explore. So I will leave maybe around like almost a full day, maybe 4 to 5 hours, so that the clients can slowly experience the walking atmosphere at the Taroko Gorge, not to be so rushed, right? And I recommend a cooking class here, because they say that they would like to try some local cuisine, right? So in Hualien and Taitung, in the east part of Taiwan, which is famous for the indigenous style, like tribe or activity here. So we can experience the local cooking class with the local people for making some indigenous style cuisine in the local house. So I would just maybe I would suggest that each day you can just arrange 1 or 2 big topic of your itinerary. That will be enough. You don't need to put like a very complicated itinerary for your clients. No, just give them some flexibility and give them some free and easy time. Okay, and then we headed to day 4. Day 4 will be the transport, will be like a long journey, because we are going from Hualien and then pass by Qingjing to Salmon Lake. Okay, when you are looking at the picture, when you are looking at the travel route from Hualien, Qingjing to Salmon Lake, you might think that why I need to take like almost a full day. You can see that the words I put in yellow will be around 4 hours driving from Hualien to Qingjing, and then from Qingjing to Salmon Lake, maybe it takes about 2 hours driving. But it looks like so close to each other. Then what's the reason why I need to spend most of my time in a car? Okay, so we will talking back to the geographical features in Taiwan again. So let's we can see how many times, how many transportation that we need to take into consideration. Okay, so Hualien is here, and the place that we are going to visit will be the Wuling. Wuling is the highest highway in Taiwan. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so seeing from the map, we can see that the road here, the traffic condition from Hualien to Wuling is very widening. It's not like a flat road that you can drive from. So it's from here, the Hualien, and then pass by the Taroko National Park, and then just dung here, Wuling. And it takes about maybe around 4 hours driving distance. And then the clients might stop at some places for taking some pictures, because along the way it features for the high mountain view. So it's very beautiful, and the stunning the scenery for the clients. So I would just say that maybe we can leave for 4 hours for them to explore. And after Wuling, take a rest, maybe have the lunch place here. We will drive again along the winding road and pass by Qingjing Farm, which features for the sheep shearing, the performance of sheep shearing here, the Qingjing Farm. If you are traveling with your children, I might recommend Qingjing Farm for you. And also pass by the Puli in the middle part of Taiwan here. And then we will arrive at Salmon Lake and stay here for one night. Okay, so if you don't know the background of the Taiwan, of the the traffic condition of each place, you might question for your travel consultant and saying that I don't think we need to spend a full day on the transportation from Hualien to Salmon Lake. Most of the first-time visitors, they will say that I would like to travel from Hualien to Taichung just within one day. Yeah, it's possible, but it will become like you just spend all of your time in the car and you cannot see. I would not recommend that, because you are just going like sightseeing. You are not going deeper understanding of Taiwan. So knowing about the background or knowing about the traffic condition of the place will be very important when you are trying to introduce your destination to your clients. Okay, so going back to here, the day 4. Okay. Here. Okay, so today's itinerary, we are going to start from Hualien and cross the central mountain range on the Central Cross Island Highway, which is Wuling that I mentioned before, and enjoy the high mountain scenery. And I just put down the around 4 hours driving distance here. And then after take a break at Qingjing Farm and have lunch here, we will going to drive to the Salmon Lake, the place that we are going to stay for one night here. Okay, so I just put the details here, and also again the accommodation type. Okay, you can see here the winding road, right? Okay, so after explaining like different parts of Taiwan that we can features and we can do what activities here, and like okay, so I will take some examples here. If the client say that they had a 3 days tour, they would like to visit Taiwan, and they might only have like 1 or 2 full days staying, I would not recommend them to going out of Taipei, because the transportation time will spend a lot. I would rather to suggest them just staying in the coast area. If they arrive in the Taoyuan International Airport on the first day and the second day and third day, we will just stay in Taipei to enjoy the surroundings here. Maybe the Yangmingshan National Park, which is famous for the hot spring and also the flower blossom during like from February to March. And if you like to walking along the old street, then I will recommend to Jofen Old Street for sample some local cuisine. And if you like to experience the sky lantern releasing, then I will recommend the Shifen area. So less than 3 days tour, I would suggest just staying for one place. That would be not so rush, and you can deeply experience the local culture. Okay. If for the multi-days tour, like maybe from 5 to 10 days tour, it's possible to travel around Taiwan within just like 10 days. I would say 10 days will be a little bit enough. Okay, so we can go maybe from Taipei to the east part of Hualien and then focus on the natural hiking, the indigenous style activities here in the east part of Taiwan, and also going a little bit down to the southern part. If it's summertime, you can doing some water activity like scuba diving, free diving, the windboard in Kenting National Park, and also in the Kaohsiung City here, and also go a little bit north to the Jiayi County, which Alishan National Park lies in. And if you would like to soak in the forest, Alishan National Park will be highly recommend because it's very plain, it's a very comfortable and easy walking trails for the maybe your parents or your children to explore. You can also take the sunrise train. You can also take the forest train to see the sunrise at Alishan National Park. Okay, so and then go a little bit north to the Taichung City. That is a modern city that we mentioned before. Or maybe if the clients prefer to stay more with nature, I would rather suggest the Nantou County here in the middle part of Taiwan. Okay, and maybe leave some free and easy day for them, and then going back to the Taoyuan International Airport. So it's the maybe like from 5 to 10 days trip. Oh, if the clients are going to stay in Taiwan more than 15 days, I would say will be the long multi-days tour. It's possible to visit like here, the small island, the Green Island, the Orchid Island, or the Penghu during the summertime. So again, let's start from Taipei and then going down a little bit east, like Hualien Taidong, and then take the shuttle boat to the small island here, and then doing some like summer activity, the diving here for maybe staying like 3 to 4 days, and then coming back to Taidong, and then going a little bit south here to Kenting, and then just as the same as the one that I mentioned before, to go travel around Taiwan, like maybe 2 weeks or more than 2 weeks. Okay, for the multi-days tour clients, they might prefer to stay at one place around 3 to 4 days. They don't like to change the accommodation like daily, like day from day. So each place, each county, I might arrange like 3 to 4 days tour activity for them to deeply experience what's features in the area, and then just transfer to the other place. Okay, so that's for the multi-days tour. Okay, right? And like we have a case in the past, like the clients stay in Taiwan for 21 days. they just like travel from Taipei and then going down around Taiwan, and just like it's around like 21 days, and then after the tour they become the friends of the tour guide, right? Okay, so different days and different requirements can make a different customized trip for the clients. So the travel consultant can recommend different plans to the clients based on the duration, based on their requirements, and also based on the season that if they prefer to watch some religious festival, or if they prefer to doing some seasonal fruit picking, like which place will be the highly recommend for the customers. And the next day, day 5, we last night we stayed at the Summer Lake, and then today we are going to Taichung for staying our last night in Taiwan. And what's special for Summer Lake? Because the clients mentioned that they would like to have some like hiking tours, so you can assume that they are the person who loves to do some outdoor activities. And as Summer Lake is selected as one of the top 10 cycling routes in the world by CNN Travel, so I would recommend to do the cycling tour around Summer Lake in the morning, or maybe in the afternoon to enjoy the sunset will be great. Depends on the time arrangement of the itinerary. Okay, and then maybe spend like half day in Summer Lake when we can just head it to Taichung for the night market visiting. And also again, put the accommodation here, like the name of the hotel and the type of the room, like for how many nights are you going to stay. Okay, so the last day the clients, in this case, last day the 6 days for the clients, they need to catch their flight for the for going back to their country. So the most important part here, you need to take the traffic condition and the transportation time into consideration. So from Taichung to Taoyuan, which takes around maybe 2 hours driving, and their flight departure at 1 o'clock. And for the international flight, you need to be around like at least 2 hours before your flight. So they need to be at the airport around like 11 o'clock a.m. And then just minus 2 hours driving. I would say that we can just leave like maybe 3 hours driving just in case. So they might need to departure from their hotel at 8 o'clock. So the tour guide will say hello again to the clients at 8 o'clock at the lobby of the hotel, and then drive them to the Taoyuan International Airport to catch their flight. Okay, so that's the per section of like how I would plan the itinerary to my clients. Okay, so again, we will going back to the practice here. Okay, so after clarify the requirements from the clients, we can give them some suggestion based on our knowledge of our country, right? First important thing will be the transportation time and elimination for maybe some big group or small group, or different season will have different activities too. So if the clients saying that I wanted to see the cherry blossom while I was visiting Taiwan, maybe around September to October, where can I visit? Then you need to let your clients know that the season is not meets their requirements. So if they would like to visit about the cherry blossom, then they might need to visit Taiwan maybe around February to March. And if the client's saying that I would like to doing some hiking, trekking during the maybe September to October, and will it be the best season for doing the hiking? And for my opinion, I was saying no, because the from the summertime in Taiwan is usually has typhoon comes. Typhoon will hit Taiwan, so if the clients are would like to do some hiking or trekking tours, I would recommend maybe about from October to December will be the best time for them to explore Taiwan. So you need to clarify first, like what's your topic, what's the main interesting parts of your clients, so that you can give them the suggestion based on your experience. And after clarify their requirements of the tour, you can give them some recommend place for visiting. Like if they would like to doing the natural thing, then east part or the southern part of Taiwan will be highly recommend. And if they would like to go in some like modern city, maybe the Taipei, Taichung, the west part and the north part will be highly recommend. So different types of group, they will have different interest. That's so that you can customize based on their requirements to give them different suggestions. Okay, and the third one will be after knowing the place, after knowing the size of the group, you as a local connection, as a travel consultant, you will need to reserve the hotel or the restaurants in advance for your clients. So you need to make sure that the place is allowed to maybe for the small group or for the big group, like which place they can visit and which place will not recommend. So you need to take the transportation, the size of the group, the season, and different kinds of the reasons into consideration. And the last step, I will say that we need to meet the budget of our clients, right? So for the visitors to your country, they might want to squeeze all the places just into 5 or 6 days. And as a travel consultant, you need to let your clients know that the rush tour might not be so recommended, because that I would rather suggest you can stay at one place for maybe just 2 to 3 days, so that you can truly enjoy the culture and the religion and the features of the place. Not just like, oh, I can visit like 8 different places in each day, and which that I can make use of my money, make use of my budget at all. So, but some of the clients, they might prefer to do this kind of tour. So you need to know more about the information from your clients, so that you can give them the perfect suggestion. So you can give them the suggestions for them to do the tour in your country. So I will say that no each tour is perfect, but because different types of people, they love to do different types of tour, so the customized tour will be different based on the client's requirements. Okay, so this class will end here, and thank you